Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to sculpt some almond nails on my right hand. So yeah, I will be working with my non-dominant hand, so follow for that journey, will you? So I'm going to sculpt these nails with forms. I'm using NailsofNorway forms here because they are sturdy. I'm going to use polygel, so you want sturdy forms. So I already pre-cut them and I just tape them together before I go on to the next step. And I place the sticky tab inside the forms with the sticky side out because that form will stick together when you pinch it. So I'm going to use Makart's products today, and I'm placing the forms slightly downwards just because I'm going to sculpt almond nails. And I want my sidewalls to go straight out, lowering the forms, and the nails will then slope from the apex towards the free edge area. So after the forms have been placed on, I'm starting out with the dehydrator, applying it to all my nails. So besides from this step and the next step, I will only be showing you me working on 2 nails throughout the videos, because this video will be long, even though I'm just showing you 2 nails. So yeah, then I apply the primer like here, applying it to all my nails. And then I go in with a base coat, also from Makart. You want to scrub that base in-ish. So apply it thin, and yeah, you can see I'm using kind of like a rubbing motion with a brush. And of course you have to cure this for 30 to 60 seconds after applying. And for the sculpting part of the nails, I am going to use Long Hair Pretty Nails patty gels. This is the icy and the pink nude. And I will also using Makart's clear polygel. So I'm starting out applying some of this icy glittery polygel to my free edge. This polygel is hard or very thick. Squeezing them out of these tubes were very difficult. It was very hard. You can even see it while I'm patting here, that I have to apply a lot of press on my brush to move the polygel around. I really loved working with this patty gels because you almost never needed to dip my brush in alcohol. Yeah, it was brilliant for those who tend to end up clogging their brush with polygel. I really highly recommend trying out this product. I tried another glitter one, and it seems like the glittery ones are the ones that are very hard or thick. But yeah, I'm just pressing out the polygel to the desired length and cure it for 60 seconds. I'm applying these tips very thin, as thin as I can get them actually. Just because I know that these nails or this design is going to be bulky in itself, so I want to keep all the layers as thin as possible. So yeah, just pressing it out, and oh, this tip in itself on this dark background is just gorgeous. This has to be hands down the most beautiful glitter gel I have ever tried. So just in itself with a top coat, this would have been a great nail. But no, let's add a lot of dimension to the nail. So I'm starting out with the glitter base or the glitter tip because I want to have as much dimension to the nails as possible. So I want glitter in each layer. So when you see this in daylight, for instance, you will see the dimensions really pop out. I have wanted to do these nails for, I would say, a couple of years now. And I did do this set in the beginning of January, I believe, very early. And these are more of a winter theme design, so it was very suitable then. But now that I am finally editing this video, it is almost springtime. So yeah, well, it is what it is. These are my winter nails, so you can see how I did my nails during the winter time. So here are the nails finished, the tips at least finished, not the nails. And then I go in with a pink nude. This has a very beautiful color. It's not fully opaque because it has like a semi-transparent, but it still covers, and well, I just love that. And these solid colored gels or polygels are a lot softer than the glittery ones. I'm not sure if you can see it actually, but it is a lot softer, and it's still not tacky. It's a different ball game actually. I liked it. I really liked the patty gels, I must say. You can see I always leave a little space between the product and my cuticle area when I'm pressing and patting the polygel out on my nails, just because if you are applying the polygel straight away in the cuticle area and you then start to press and pull and place the polygel all over the nail, you can end up flood the cuticle area. You will press it into the cuticles. But if you leave that little space after you have pressed the majority of the polygel out onto the nail, you can go in at the end and just pat down the product around the cuticle area. I find that this makes my application a lot easier. And again, I have to dip my brush in alcohol so much less than especially compared to Makart's polygels. Those are tacky. Well, I have already mentioned that you are using less alcohol when using these patty gels, but another benefit is that this again will help with the retention of the nails, and of course the product will not be diluted by the alcohol and flood into your skin, because this again can cause contact dermatitis. And again, you can see that I pat down the product around the cuticle area when I'm finished applying the rest of the product to the whole nail. At least that helps me with my application. So you might try this out for yourself. Let me know what you think about this method. Well, this application here looks a bit bulky, but my nails are so high in itself, so it gives that illusion of thicker application, and also the tips are very thin, so I need to go in with a clear polygel to build up the rest of the nail. So the fade has to be where I want it to be, with the pink going over the glitter polygel. And after it has cured, I go in with a Makart clear polygel. This is on the other side of the spectrum. It is so soft, so you have to work very, very lightly to avoid your brush getting clogged with polygel. But yeah, again, just filling up the tip so that I get the structure of the nail and the shape that I want. I'm not sure if I'm going to say so much more about the sculpting process here, but have you noticed, has any of you seen my videos earlier and noticed that I have a new camera? It's like, wow, Elinda, why didn't you do this years ago? I bought this camera actually over 4 years ago, and I had it as a backup camera in a smaller nail area that I have, but I was like, why not just try it out? And it was so much easier to to shoot my videos with this camera and the angle that I wanted. It's so much easier to edit the video as well, because I'm able to stay in focus a lot more. It also helps me out with the whole recording process. So now I'm almost enjoying editing my videos for you. It's a lot easier, at least. And I hope it helps you guys out as well. Maybe you want to watch more of my videos, who knows? But yeah, after this has been cured, I will of course go in and file these nails. Filing is my absolutely least favorite thing to do when sculpting nails. I should actually be a lot more precise with my application, but I'm torn between being better at the application and not having so much time to file. Yeah, I can't decide which is best. So I'm wiping off the tacky layer and go in with my file. I'm showing you some of my filing routine here. I always start with filing up my sidewalls where I want them to be. I want these to go straight out like I mentioned earlier and parallel with the finger bone. And then I start to file in slightly the shape on each side. So I have kind of an idea of how I want these almond nails to look like. And then I always go in and check out the nails from all different angles. My nails tend to twist in very weird ways when I'm facing them towards me. So I need to check my nail from different angles to see how it really looks. But after I have refined the shape, I go in and file one side of the free edge first, half of the free edge, and then I memorize how long I have filed on one area before I file the same on the other area. But of course, if you see that you have more bulk on one side, you want to make them even. So I concentrate on the free edge first to get that shape almost down when looking at it from all the different angles. I also always turn my nails upside down and look at the thickness of the nails, so you can double check yourself and see if you have more product to file and to see how much bulk there is or how thin they are. You want the sides to be about a credit card thickness. The cuticle should be about a business card thickness, and the apex should of course be the thickest area. And from the apex and towards the tip of the free edge, you want to have a straight line, not a hook. If you know what I'm talking about. It's a bit hard to just talk about it. I need to more like show it to you. And I tend to have slightly different filing routine depending on what type of shape I'm going to create. My second step is then to go around the cuticle area and the side walls of my natural nail area. And at the end I go over the apex and the top of the nail. And always check it from different angles. Look down the barrel of the nails to see if you can find any bulks. I am of course also using my non-dominant hand here, so there is a little bit more filing and check than usual, because the angles for me are very awkward to file. And sometimes I move my right hand and sometimes I move my opposite hand and keep my right hand still, so I do a little bit of everything. Sometimes I sculpt my nails and file them, and I leave them for a day or two and just look at them once in a while. And when you look at them with fresh eyes, you sometimes see bulk where you haven't seen it before. If you have the luxury of going around with freshly filed nails for a day or so before you do some designs, that is kind of a hack for you. Well, here they are, finally finished with the filing. And yeah, my thumb here is so crooked, so I had to twist the form and make it more straight. And when I then file it, I sometimes end up overfiling the inner corner where the nail bed meets the free edge. So I had to patch up that nail. And I go in with this jelly color from Madame Glam. It's called Crystal Clear, but it is blue. And I'm going to use the ombre brush for Madame Glam as well. I'm just applying the gel polish to the tip of the nails. After I have gone in and applied it, I go in with the ombre brush. I fade it into the pink on this dry surface. The ombre is not supposed to be very neatly because I'm going to use glitter on top of this, so it will mask some of the fade. And just look how this blue makes the tips really pop out. And it's not the easiest to ombre blue over pink, so yeah, luckily the glitter will hide some of it. After this has cured, I will make my own little glitter mix with these light blue flakes and some very beautiful iridescent blue yellow flakes together with this Light Elegance glitter gel. And I'm also adding some reflecting glitter parts. These are more like silvery-ish purple. This mix is actually going to be quite beautiful, if I must say so myself. The glitter gel from Light Elegance is going to be the gel in this. So I end up with a bluish base with lots of beautiful glitters in them. And once I have finally finished mixing this, I just apply it to the free edge of the nail. There is not a lot to talk about when it comes to the application of the glitter gel. I of course just apply the glitter where I want it to be and place the glitter all over the free edge of the nail and slightly ombre it over and into the pink part. This glitter gel will leave quite a lot of bulk on the nails, but I have a hack for you. I go in with sponge and dab onto this glitter gel. This will soak up the gel, but it will not move the glitter around. It will not remove any glitter. The glitters will stay flat, as flat as they can be on the tip, and then I of course cure it. I take so much time in placing the glitter here and there where I want it to be. Yeah, I'm so detail oriented. I struggle with that actually. So here they are, and then I go in with the Queen hard gel top coat. This is a very thick top coat, so I almost encapsulate. I actually do encapsulate the glitters, and of course you also get the top coat on the rest of the nail. But you could of course also use a builder gel to this step, but I like to use this brush. So I think I'm only going to show you one hand or one nail here, because well, I'm trying to keep the time down on the video, and you can of course you see my application here. I'm just encapsulating the glitters. So once I have applied this in over the chunkiness of the glitter, I cure it, and then I go in and buff the nail again with the 240 grit hand file actually, because it's slightly more gritty than just the buffer. So yeah, I'm just even out the surface once again, using the same technique, filing technique, as I did previously. Having a filing routine is actually quite important. This will create a more even nail and also will save you a lot of time. And once the free edge is filed, I go in just with a 180 grit buffer to the rest of the nail. I think I'm also going just to show you one nail here. Yeah, it's the same step on each nail. And wipe off all the dust. You do not want that in your top coat. So I will be using these iridescent bluish yellowy transparent stones, and these all have like irregular shapes. I dumped them all out because I needed to have a wide selection of crystals to choose from, since I didn't know where I was going to place them on the nails. To adhere these crystals, I'm going to use Nail Couture's gummy gel. I'm adding just 3 blobs on free edge. Yes, I end up with around 3 crystals on each nail. I ended up really liking this. The shine on this was amazing. These really sparkled in semi-darkness. You can see all the different beautiful sparkly parts in like this semi-darkness. I love sparkle. Anyone who knows me and my videos knows that I love sparkly nails. Recording these nails will never give you the idea of how they look in real life. So yeah, I just love them. And I will go in and encapsulate these crystals with the top coat. I know that a lot of the facets of the crystals will be gone by doing so. I was going to have these nails on for 2-3 weeks, so I wanted them to keep the shine. I tried my best not to overfill them with top coat. After I apply the top coat, I go in with a different smaller brush and just wiping off the excess top coat from the tip of the nail. They still looked stunning with the top coat on top of the crystals. So I'm so happy that I finally was able to do these nails. And when you have something brewing inside your brain and you just want creative outlet that give you that satisfaction, and being able to get your imaginary nails out there and create it in real life, that gives me so much joy. I always say that I do not need roses on my table, because I do have nails to look at when I want to look at something nice. I really did not like my nails on my other hand. The design on the thumb, middle and ring finger was okay, but I ended up adding some marbling on the index and ring finger, and that totally clashed with the other nails, and the nails ended up being bulky because there were so many design layers. So I'm not sure if it's worth editing and posting, because I did not like them. I'm not sure you're going to like them either. So yeah, we will see if I will manage to struggle my way through the editing of these, or if I'm just going to scrap it. We'll see. Let me know if you want to see them or not. Give me some feedback on that. But here are the nails finished. I tried to film them, but I will let you know that the video does not do these nails justice. They do sparkle so much and I love them. I will try to see if I have some darker footage or different footage of these nails, but yeah, trust me on this, these were gorgeous. Even though they are bulky, they just have this beautiful sparkle. Well, let me know if you like them as well, and if you did, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. Hit the notification bell to get updates whenever I have a new video out. Please leave a comment, let me know how you like these nails, and also follow my other social medias if you want to. And I will be back again with a different set or something else. Have a great weekend, week, whatever you have, depending on when you see this video. So bye bye for now. Bye bye.